welcome to Take 5 minutes of movement. So if you're enjoying these videos, definitely subscribe. Click below so we can stay connected. But also check out my website, bethgrahamwellness.com. I have a full line of online courses, and these courses will really teach you how to engage or make a muscle so the opposing muscles gain more mobility. So if you're looking for more and an organized fitness program and you feel motivated, that's definitely where to go. So let's get started today. What we're going to do is free up the spine by moving through the hips, the pelvis area, and the shoulders and upper arm. So there we go, 5 minutes. So lie down on your back. You can lie on the floor. I have a yoga blanket down since I'm on a hardwood floor. And then just bring your hands to hold on to your hips, your pelvis region. And then notice how the pelvis moves. So first press your low back into the floor. You are also pressing your feet into the floor, and you'll feel some engagement perhaps through the upper inner thigh and the lower belly. Now start to arch your low back away from the floor and notice this lengthening from your navel up to your chest, and feel this spilling forward towards the thighs of the pelvis. Now we'll move through these two extremes. So press the low back to the floor, press through your inner foot, and then inhale, arch your low back from the floor. And then just take this slowly. This movement of rotating the pelvis on the steady thigh bones is something that you could do several times a day. And you can also go through 20 to 60 rotations. It's just a nice, easy way to release the spine with this movement. And you'll notice this release of the spine is moving through the crown of the head, because you'll notice movement of the chin tucking and the chin lifting. Let's just come through a few more times here like this. If you'd like to do more on your own after this video, then I would say that's a great thing. All right, let's finish that up, and we'll roll over to our side, and we'll come into a tabletop position. So in this tabletop, I'm going to have you bring your forearms down to the floor, and you can interlace your hands or not. Knees are underneath your hips, and we're going to do that same movement, but now from our knees. So lifting the sits bones up, spilling the pelvic bowl forward, so the pelvis is moving towards the thigh bone. And then feel this lengthening of the tailbone, lengthening of the low back, as you pull the front of the pelvis towards your ribs, engaging your lower belly. So just rotate back and forth through this. We're really bringing movement all the way up through the crown of the head. You'll notice the movement of the head just by rotating the pelvis on the steady thigh bone. All right, so now let's get into the shoulders some. So you'll walk your hands back so your hips are sitting back on your heels. And then bring your hands forward and lift your chest. Notice if you're throwing your chin forward, tuck it in a bit so the neck stays soft. And then on your exhale, draw your navel into your spine. So we're still doing that same movement through the pelvis, but we're adding a little bit of greater degree of mobility into the upper back and the shoulder region. So when you press the chest forward, feel your shoulder blades draw together and away from your ears. And then on your exhale, feel yourself spreading your shoulder blades and stretching through the upper back. And give yourself a few more of these movements. You can really get into the upper back here. So if you feel like you hold a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders, this might be really nice for you. Let's come through just a few more times. All right, let's come into a full tabletop. And perhaps you've heard of cat pose and cow pose. So let's first come into cow. Spread the fingers wide, point your fingers towards 12 noon. Press the floor away and bring the crease of the elbow forward. Come into your cow, lifting your sitting bones and pressing your chest forward. And then exhale, come into your cat. Inhale into your cow. And exhale into your cat. One more time. Into your cow and into your cat. So, a few ways to move for 5 minutes. To move through the shoulders and to move through the hips. The pelvis is part of the hip structure, and to gain some mobility to the spine. So I hope you're feeling great, and that got you set for the rest of the day. And also remember, hop over to my website and check out the courses, BethGrahamWellness.com. Until next time, take much care.